our chorizo oysters, our broiled oysters. They're untouchable.
These are damn. What's up? It's Luis from America's Best Restaurants, and we travel the country coast to coast to find the places where you need to eat at on a weekly basis. So today we're in Covington, Kentucky at a restaurant called Rich's Proper Food and Drink. We're gonna get to talk to the owner, Bill. We're gonna try some great items like their shrimp and grits, plus a couple more things. And we'll also have bourbon on the table. So I know you're hungry and probably thirsty because you're watching this. So why don't you come with me? Let's go check it out. All right, everybody, so we are inside Rich's Proper Food and Drink. We're here with Bill, the owner. So Bill, let me ask you a question. How did you get into the restaurant industry?
I've been in the restaurant industry a long time, but if you want to ask how I really got into it, I needed a job, and my mom worked at the mall where the restaurant was. She actually was the janitor for the mall, and asked the owner if I could start working there when I was 16. So he put me in as a host, and I actually ended up working for that company for like 10 years. But yeah, that's how I really got started into it. But now I've been into it for about a little over 20 years.
Wow. Wow, good for you. Well, you know, this place is absolutely beautiful. Now, can you tell me, because I know you told me that the tables are made from reclaimed wood from a bowling alley from a long time ago.
My wife and I like history.
Okay.
So we wanted to keep a lot of the history of this building. This is actually, including our house, this is my fifth historic reno, 4 restaurants and a house. So, you know, we exposed all the brick walls. You know, we made all the tables in the bar top from a bowling alley. We pulled out of a bowling alley in New Albany, Indiana.
That's
the light fixtures my wife made from beams from when we did some structural work on this building.
That's awesome.
Actually, in the bar area where you're not at right now, but we rehabbed the original 10 tile ceiling from the 20s.
Oh, nice.
So it's actually the original 10 tile on that ceiling.
That's very cool. Very cool. I mean, you can tell that there's a lot of history when you come here, especially because I noticed the tables and you told me what they were. It's just such a cool setup.
Thank you.
Such a cool setup. So tell me, what was your idea of having this concept when you rehabbed it? Like, what was on your mind when you were doing this?
Yes, I like our neighborhood. Okay. You know, I live 3 blocks away. I wanted something for the neighborhood, by the neighborhood. I wanted something not so high. I've worked in high-end places. I've worked in, you know, more affordable places. I wanted something where people could come see us 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay.
I didn't want something where you could only come once on special occasions. I wanted this to be something where you could get to know our staff.
That's cool.
And that's what's great about our staff is we haven't had to hire anybody new in quite a while that comes to the table. So everyone comes and they'll see our bartenders over and over again. They've got to know them. You develop these personal relationships with people in the neighborhood. It's fun. That's
awesome. That's really, really cool. Now, you have some amazing food items here in front of us. So, you know what? Let's get started with this one. This one's got my name on it. That's why it's in front of me.
So about around 2 years ago, Chef Eric Polhamus, he started working with us. He's got a long pedigree. He worked down in Houston, so he's got some of those bayou flavors, but also a lot of that South, but he's from this area. So he really elevated a lot of what we've done. So right over here, we've got the hot honey chicken sandwich. A little potato roll. Oh, look at this thing. House batter. It's fantastic. We make the hot honey in-house.
Come on.
The patty sauce.
Oh my God, come on, man.
So that is our #1 seller. And when I say #1 seller, I don't mean by a little bit. I mean, it almost doubles the #2. Everyone keeps telling us we should put this in some sort of competition for fried chicken sandwiches. It's the #1 thing we do.
Wow. Wow. I don't know how Chef made this breading, but it's very unique. And that crunch is just, I know they heard it on camera. That crunch is amazing. So good. So here, because I know This is kind of like an anomaly for here. So tell me about this.
One of the first things I did when I said I was hosting and things like that, I was also an oyster shucker.
Okay.
So I've been doing oysters for like 20 years, and I'm going to join you on this one because we have, if anybody's familiar with New Orleans, I'll put these broiled oysters up against Felix's, up against Acme, up against anybody.
Those are damn
we
good.
have the best broiled oysters around. We usually have 2 to 3 different types of oysters at any point in time, like on the raw side, as well as our chorizo oysters, our broiled oysters. They're untouchable.
These are damn good. Damn good. I mean, just so full of flavor, nice and juicy. Those are phenomenal. 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 Wow. I mean, I'm surprised. And I remember you and I were talking off camera. You typically do between 1,000 and 1,500 whenever you do the oysters?
Peak season, so like Wednesday nights we do oyster night where it's a buck a shuck. We have them 7 nights a week. That's our buck a shuck night. And the peak summer, we'll do between 1,000 and 1,500 oysters on a Wednesday night alone.
Crazy. That's crazy. But you told me that you were kind of like injured one time, right? How many oysters did you have to shuck that one night?
So that night we did about 1,400 oysters, but we had like 3 people out of town. So we were backed up, and I ended up personally shucking 900 oysters that night. And I had to wear a brace for like 2 weeks on my wrist. It agitated my tendonitis.
Oh man, that's crazy. But good for you. Those oysters are phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Thank you.
Man, I'm a fan of oysters.
Grits.
These are ridiculous. Oh, I'm getting in there right after we're done with the episode. I'm getting all in on this. So obviously that takes us to the last one. So tell me about the shrimp and grits.
So our chef also loves getting a lot of things local, actually as much as he can local. So these are actually a local grit. It's got some haricot vert, it's roasted tomatoes. Those are all from from Eli. He's a local Amish farmer.
Okay.
We get the grits, they're white murder grits, they're local grits. The mushrooms are from Rich Life Farms. So it's a local farm we get the mushrooms from. But it's amazing. I'm a shrimp and grits guy before we ever open this. That's anytime I go to brunch, I get shrimp and grits. It's my jam. And these are phenomenal.
Okay. Very, very cool. Now you also got something a little bit special. That's why we have the bottles of bourbon here. So tell me, what is this? Because you're part of this group called the Select Six. So tell me about that.
Select Six, it's kind of almost like a co-op we put together. It's 6 local restaurants, all independently owned, and we split barrels. So we go down, we pick barrels at different distilleries, and we split the barrels 6 ways. So we use our combined purchasing power. We use the ability to split the barrels. We do more barrels every year. So like this well are foolproof. Not many people get to pick barrels foolproof.
Okay.
So we got to with the Select Six. So everybody got a couple cases between their restaurants. We also specialize in vintage bourbon, so that's why we were able to have stuff like this Taylor Survivor, stuff like Pappy on the shelf, because we are able to bring all that stuff in. That's what makes us one of the top 100 bourbon bars in America.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, you were showing me off camera. You have bottles from like the 70s, and I'm like, what? Like now he's going grabbing bottles 1972, 1980, whatever. It's crazy. Because I mean, you got that opportunity and you have that uniqueness on top of all the other things that you have here. You have also that uniqueness of being able to bring to the community these kind of like lost in time bourbons.
Well, and that's what we love about it is you can try so many different things when you come. Some people might come for the bourbon, some people are coming for the cocktail, some people are coming for the food, some people are coming for the whole experience. And that's what's made us so attractive in the neighborhood is because we have a little bit of something for everyone.
Love it. Look, everybody, if you're looking for more places like Rich's Proper Food and Wine, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification so you know whenever we drop a new episode. So tell me, how can people find out more information about your restaurant?
Honestly, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. That's where we post the most stuff, where we post events and things like that. Or you can just go on our website if you want to see our menu, richesproper.com.
Okay, awesome. Look, everybody, I'm super impressed by this place. This is absolutely certified legit. So you want to make sure you come down, come support local restaurants. You got to come check it out. The food here is absolutely phenomenal. So look, we're going to sign off because I'm hungry. Look at this size of this sandwich. I'm going to eat it. See you guys in the next one.